Yo, what's good out there, Chef fam? You already know what it is. It's your boy, the one and only, the only one, DJ the Chef, and today we are showing you live footage of me playing solo battles and making it into the top 10 and maybe top 1 spot. So check this video out. You're gonna want to watch it all the way through because I'm showing you how to get 26K in solo battles. Before we get into it, make sure you guys check out the community tab. I'm going to release my streaming schedule. I do stream here on YouTube. I'm going to try to stream 3 times a week. Right now, it looks like it's going to be Monday and Tuesday around 6:30 Central PM and Saturday around 1 PM Central Time. So make sure you guys come hang out with your boy on the stream and come show me some love. But today we are going to be showing you live footage of me playing solo battles and showing you how to get into that top 10, top 1 spot every week so you can get those nice, chunky, good rewards. Now let's go ahead and get into it. The first thing I'm going to show you here in this clip is actually my team and what my team has, so you guys can kind of try to mimic along what my setup is. So the first thing that's really important is I don't have a super squad. You see I'm 89 overall, but I can do this with a lesser team. The first thing I want to show you is kind of my abilities and the ones that really matter the most. So what you'll see here is that I have Reggie Bush and he has backfield master, and that's really important because Reggie Bush is my primary receiver on solo battles. He's quick and he has the backfield master, which gives him the ability out of the backfield to really run really good routes and get open against the computer. The other few, Reggie Wayne has route tech, DJ Metcalf has route tech, but those don't matter as much, I'll say, just because I don't throw them the ball that much. So if you want to take off your Kims on those particular people and maybe put them somewhere else because your team is maybe lacking, maybe you want to have 2 backfield masters just so you can swap in and out your running backs, that's possibly fine. Dan Marino is my quarterback. It doesn't really matter what's on him as well because he doesn't run or do anything for me. So the one that really matters the most right here is actually having the backfield master, and you'll see why in a few. So next, of course, we're going to talk about our playbooks. I actually play with the Oakland Raiders, and I have the 4-3 as my defense out of the Miami playbook. So basically what I'm trying to run is a level cells kind of concept on offense, and then on defense it doesn't really matter because we're going to go ahead and run the punt block formation all the time, and that's pretty much in every defense. So you'll see that I go ahead and I select legends. You're gonna want to play on legends every single time so you can make sure that you are actually getting the most particular points for your game. I know legends is harder, but the way that I do it, it doesn't make it as hard. So make sure you're selecting legends every single time. Now, what I actually like to do is I go ahead and I change my settings to go ahead and receive the ball first. I'd rather receive the ball first than kick off first. I know we want the ball in the second half, but to me, starting with the ball first, it really helps you with time and make sure that you're not wasting precious time. Here we don't get the ball first, so the first thing we're gonna do is go ahead and onside kick it. You're not really trying to get it back or anything. You're just trying to shorten the field, shorten the amount of time that you actually have to play the game, and shorten the amount of time that you're taking away from your offense. So every time we pretty much start off with an onside kick, besides in the late second quarter. So if it's second quarter with less than a minute, we don't onside kick, and if it's the end of the half, we don't onside. End of the game, we don't onside kick as well. What we're gonna do is come out into that punt block formation, and you'll see that I actually mess up here in the beginning. I do let him catch the ball and he almost scores, but we do chase him down at the 1-yard line, and we're still going to run punt block again. Yes, we're gonna run punt block, and we're pretty much running squeeze block here. We're going to audible into that 8-up man, so you just press your audible. For me, it's XX twice, and then you see that I do audible over into up man. I'm going to take my right corner, move him slightly inside, and I'm going to press the strafe. So I'm pretty much going to press my back trigger right here, and I'm just going to strafe over into about 1 second, 1 Mississippi. And as soon as I know that the ball is about to be thrown, I let go of strafe, and then I press speed to get back over to the receiver, and it allows me to catch the pick. Now, if you do this without pressing strafe, you're going to mess up, and you're probably going to miss the pick, or you're not going to have good change of direction, okay? So now let's talk about offense for a little while. What I actually like to do is get all of my running yards first. Running is tougher right now just because you don't have a bunch of good Kims, and you may not have a good offensive line. At least running is tough for me because I don't have a lot of great running backs. I do have Reggie, I do have Bo. They're not powered up and they get tired throughout the game. So I like to get my running yards early. That way I know how much I need to run either later on in the game or just throughout the game to make sure that I'm hitting my marks. So What I like to run is this strong twins over formation out of the Oakland Raiders playbook. It is really glitchy and you can knock off big runs out of this because the computer just doesn't know how to respond. What you're gonna do is come out into the PA Power O. I know it's a pass play, but hear me out here. There's a reason why I'm coming out in PA Power O. It is to get the computer to play pass first and not the run first. As soon as I come out, I immediately audible into the Power O as you see here. And I'm going to take my fullback. I'm going to kind of wait until it gets down, take my fullback, and I'm not going to let him get set. So you see there, I do not let him get set. I motion him over and I make sure that he does not get set. So again, we're going to come out into that PA Power O. And then as soon as we get out there, we're going to immediately audible here into Power O. So you'll see down there it says Power O is my RB button, so that'd be R1 for PlayStation. I'm going to immediately audible into Power O. Now I'm going to wait. Now this is the key, and this is why I like doing it as the first play, as the clock is not running. I'm going to wait slightly so I can snap the ball before my fullback gets set. If you snap too early in the play clock, your fullback automatically sets itself. So you'll see I'm going to let the clock run down slightly to about 9 seconds, and then I'm going to quick snap it on the motion so I can make sure the computer doesn't get set. If the fullback gets set, the PC is going to get set. You're going to have a tougher time running this particular play. The key to this play is not allowing that backside safety, this guy here, to move back over to make the play over here. So you'll see what I do. I go ahead, I come out, I audible over into my run. I'm gonna wait a little while. I'm waiting here, waiting for that clock to run down. You see the defense is based. I'm going to motion my guy over, and you see that safety trying to come over, but I snap it a little bit faster. He's out of position. I take off down the sideline. Reggie Bush can go for a 99-yard touchdown if I want, but it's one thing we're not gonna do. We're not going to score. We're gonna run out at the 1. The reason why we run out the 1 here is because we need that first down. If you score, you don't get a first down. Yeah, you get the yards, but you don't get the first, and you don't get the next stat that we're about to get, which is another rush. So you're trying to get as many rushing attempts as possible. I shoot somewhere for around 15 to 20. So running out of bounds is a big deal there. It gives you the first and it gives you the additional rush. You're gonna go ahead and just try to punch it in here on the 1 yard line, maybe with Reggie, maybe with a different running back. Try to use a different running back than the one that you're using to pass. So if you have one running back that's really good at running, or you have a Bo Jackson like I do as a backup, try to use Bo Jackson as your running back to get rushing yards, and then try to use Reggie Bush as your running back to get receiving yards. So here we get the 1 rushing touchdown and we get the 99 yards basically for our rushing yards. So we're already halfway there with rushing in just 1 play. The next thing we're gonna do is go for 2-point conversion. Always go for 2-point conversions. You wanna make sure that you attempt as many 2-point conversions as possible every time you pretty much score. A 2-point conversion is pretty simple. It comes out of Trey Y Flex and it is just level cells. I'm just gonna go ahead and hit Reggie right here on the goal line. You'll see that even though he's covered, he's pretty much not covered because we have backfield mismatch or backfield master, and he gets that extra boost on that route and he beats the linebacker. Go ahead, we got that easy 2-point conversion there. We're good to go. This particular time, I actually tried to kick it deep, and there's a reason why I'm trying to kick it deep. I'm trying to shorten the field because the next stat that you absolutely need is at least 1 defensive touchdown. Now, if you kick it deep and you do the punt block glitch, it's a little bit easier to get the touchdown because you have less room to run and you're closer to the end zone. So here I actually do kick it deep instead of trying to kick that onside kick, so I can pick it off and only have 30 yards to go to the end zone versus like 70 yards to go to the end zone. So this particular play, right after I break off that big run and get my rushing yards, I go ahead and try to get my defensive touchdown by catching an interception. You see my guy does fall here, and it's because I was too far away from the pick. You got to be a little bit closer to stay on your feet. I didn't get my touchdown here, but I'm just gonna go ahead and get into my passing routine now. Passing routine is super simple. Gun Trey Y Flex, and we're going to pretty much run level wide corners the entire time. Reggie Bush is your main receiver. I'm gonna go ahead and maybe hot route Waller on a post because I have hot route master with Dan Reno. I'm in a corner, and I'm gonna hit Reggie over and over and over again. Now the key here is a big key to making sure that you guys get all your points. When you catch the ball, try to do a ball carrier move. You're not gonna see me do it too much here, and this is why I don't break that 26 threshold in this particular one, but I do in the next one. When you catch the ball before you run out of bounds, try to do a ball carrier move, try to make somebody miss, try to spin, try to juke, try to do something that's going to make somebody miss. Ball carrier moves also account for points. A lot of people don't know that, but you need to be doing ball carrier moves. You need to spin, you need to stiff arm, you need to truck, you need to juke. You need to do something to get those ball carrier moves up. So I suggest that when you throw it to Reggie, right before you run out of bounds, right before you run into the end zone, try to do a juke, try to do a truck, try to do a stiff arm, just so you can get those points. Don't just run out of bounds like I'm doing here. Now there's a reason why we're running out of bounds. The reason why you run out of bounds is so you can save clock. As you can see right here, we're not in the fourth, we're not in the second, the clock has stopped, right? We're not gonna get the accelerated clock penalty by being on the field too early. You wanna make sure that you're not on the field over 20 seconds. If you're not on the field over 20 seconds, you're not gonna get hit with accelerated clock, and it's only gonna take you 6 seconds off the clock versus like 12 to 15. So you can only imagine how much time that saves, only taking 12 seconds off, only taking 6 seconds off the clock versus taking 12. Every time you do something, you want to get out of bounds, no matter if you're going to stop the clock permanently or not. Stop the clock, get out of bounds, wait till 20 seconds, then come out of the huddle and then snap. It should only take you about 6 seconds to snap out of the huddle, and you don't get the accelerated clock to knock you off. So again, here we kick it deep. We're trying to get that touchdown, and hopefully we can get it on this particular play. So again, we're trying to get that touchdown. You'll see here that I am actually going to take Ward, but I'm going to be a little bit closer to the ball this time. Make sure I don't fall over. So there we go. I'm a little closer. We catch the pick. We're going to run down the sideline. We're going to get that touchdown. So we have already, you see, I try to get my little juke there to get those little abilities up. You'll see that we've already completed most of our goals. We already have our defensive touchdown. We already have about 2 rushing touchdowns, I believe here. And we already have about 100 and something yards rushing. So we're right there on half of the goals already. Now we just need our first downs and our passing. We don't get the 2-point here. It doesn't really matter. You should just go for it every time. All right. We have about a 1 minute and 35 seconds left. We're going to continue to onside kick it. Again, we don't onside kick if we're less than a minute inside of the fourth or a minute inside of the second. We actually got really lucky. We get the onside kick here. We're going to now go into our actual passing offense. So we have 100 yards rushing already. We have our 2 rushing TDs. We have our defensive pick. This is just going to be passing, and we're going to focus on getting first downs. So again, I run straight out of bounds. If you don't get out of bounds, go ahead and use your timeouts. Use your timeouts in the first and in the third. You don't need them in the second, and you shouldn't need them into the fourth. Maybe save one for the fourth, but go ahead and burn your timeouts in the first and the fourth quarter, okay? Again, every time you catch the ball, try to make a move, try to get as many moves in as you possibly can, because that adds up to your point scoring. And this is pretty much straightforward, guys. I'm going to continue to throw to Reggie Bush the entire time. Continue to throw to Reggie Bush. If Reggie Bush is not open for whatever reason, then I'm going to look backside to one of my receivers. More than likely is going to be Y or B that's going to come open, and I'll hit them every now and then as well, just to spread the ball around. Now there is one thing, eventually you're going to need to hit some other receivers. I did find that my score goes a little bit higher when I have more than just Reggie Bush has the ball. So use this play and every now and then throw it to like your B receiver or your Y receiver or whatever, just to get more receivers involved. If you have to go to a different formation, go to a different formation. But this is going to be the key formation for most of the game to get those first downs. You'll see I pretty much just throw it to Reggie, and my goal is just to get to the first down and then get out of bounds. Get the first down, then get out of bounds, snap the ball, come out the formation at about 20 seconds so I don't get that accelerated clock. We do this pretty much all game. Your goal is try to get 35 to 40 first downs. That is your goal. 35 to 40 first downs and about 400 yards passing and at least 5 touchdowns, okay? Your goal for running is about, I would say, 250 yards rushing and about 2 rushing touchdowns, okay? That is your goal. You want to try to do as many ball carrier moves as you possibly can. You want 1 defensive touchdown, and you want at least 4 to 5 sacks a game, and you want to try to give up less than 30 yards on defense. That should be what you need to break into that 26K. So we're going to skip ahead a little bit to keep the video kind of relatively short, and you'll see here that we are about in second quarter with 47 seconds left. I already have my 21st down, so I'm right there, about 10 first downs per quarter. I have 230 yards passing. I have 148 yards rushing already. So we are really on track here. The defense only has 37 yards, just mainly because of that first play where we kind of messed up a little bit. But we're right there. We're right on all of our goals. So I'm just checking to see where I am to make sure that I'm good to go. Now, the next thing that we need to do is, because the ball is about to go into halftime or the game is about to go into halftime, is we're going to go ahead, get our 2-point conversion here, and we're going to kick it deep. We're going to kick it deep because the computer will use their own timeouts on this drive to try to score. Now, that's a big deal because you're not using your timeout to stop the clock. They're using their timeout to stop the clock. So right before the end of the half is when I try to get as many sacks as I possibly can. So go ahead, don't onside kick it deep, and run a blitz scheme and try to get your sacks. Again, you're trying to get at least 5 if you can per game to break into that 26K. I'm going to show you guys what actual defense I run to get my sacks. So basically, I'm just going to go ahead, go into nickel, right? I'm going to go into, I believe it's called 3-3-5 wide. So yeah, 3-3-5 wide, and I'm going to run that Mike Blitz O. I'm going to put some of my faster people in, some better coverage people, just so that the computer doesn't get open really quick. So I'll put my corners at safeties, and I'm going to pretty much spread my linebackers, move my middle linebacker over behind the right end, and then I'm pretty much gonna get instant pressure coming off the edge. We're good to go. That's how I get my sack. So again, 3-3-5 wide, we're gonna run that blitz, spread your linebackers wide, and then just move your middle linebacker over between the defensive tackle and that left end, and you're good to go. And pretty much you'll get pressure. You'll see even the middle linebacker come straight through, and you'll get your sack. So already off gate, I've got 2 sacks and I'm only trying to get 5. We see that the computer takes another timeout and we are good to go. Actually, I took those timeouts. The computer is not using theirs. So same thing, spread, move your linebacker. Even if he goes back, it's fine. You're good to go. And then the computer runs, we still get to stop, negative yards. This is what I run every time I'm trying to get a sack and I know the computer is trying to pass. So that's pretty much all I do, all solo battle. It normally takes me about 35 minutes to get everything that I need. I'm going to cut over and show you guys the official stats that you need to break 26K and break into the top 100 every week. That is it. That is pretty much it. That's everything I do for solo battles. There's nothing more, nothing less than that. Anyone can do it. This is how you guys can build your no money spent squads through solo battles. All right, let's go ahead and show you guys the actual stats that you need for 26K. So you'll see that this is my game against the Bucks. Dan Marino has 411 yards passing. Bo Jackson ran the ball 10 times. Reggie ran the ball once. And the stats here, again, remember what I said, you want to try to throw it to some different people here. You'll see that Reggie isn't the only person that has receiving yards. I do have Darren Waller with 7 catches. I have Bo Jackson with 7, Reggie Wayne. So I try to spread the ball out a little bit more. Reggie Bush has 19 receptions for 200 yards. You want to try to have a 100-yard receiver if you can. Darren Waller actually has most of my touchdowns, so you'll see that it doesn't really matter if Reggie doesn't have all the touchdowns, but try to spread it out a little bit if you can. We'll go over the defense here. Now, the thing to know about defense, I did get my 5 sacks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did get my touchdown as well. And I got pretty much no forced fumbles. None of that stuff really mattered. But this is the bread and butter here. This is what we want to focus on. Offense only had 12 total yards of offense. They had negative yards passing. And I had 647 yards total offense, 245. So right there at that 250. As far as rushing, I had 402 yards passing. I had 35 touchdowns. Would have been more if I had 40 touchdowns. And then nothing else pretty much matters after that. Those are your key stats to break 26K. Good luck, guys. Let me know if this video has been helpful for you guys. You know, I love solo battles, and I am a no money spent player. So this really helps my team grow so much, and I break into the top 10 every single week. Good luck, guys. Before you guys get up out here, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And remember, we are going live every Monday. What did I say? Monday, Tuesday, Saturday? Is that what I said? Monday, Tuesday, Saturday. Make sure you check out the community tab for the times we do stream live here on YouTube. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It's your boy, DJ the Chef. It's been love. It's always love. And we out of here. Peace.